Hello, Big Yumbo here. Today I'm gonna film a little thrift haul. We went on vacation to Sedona, and along the way I've picked up a lot of merchandise for you, for your viewing pleasure from the thrift stores. All right, most of it's from Goodwill's. This brand is called Oscar. I'll have to come around to show you because I haven't seen this one before. It looks to be pretty good. This is like a wool cardigan. It's men's. Can't really remember exactly what I saw on the comps, but it was pretty darn good, which is why I grabbed it. Because usually I don't like to grab new brands. I like to, sell the tried and true stuff. But Oscar, pretty good. In the men's section, we had a women's medium. What is this, Realtree? Yeah, Realtree camo Carhartt hoodie. That'd be pretty good. The women's Carhartt stuff sells good. It sells to the boys too. And everything's 20% off at these thrift stores. So this was 20% off of 7. The Oscar thing was 20% off of 7 as well. 20% off of 12. We have a Polo Ralph Lauren single V crew neck sweatshirt. Pretty good. I'm gonna check my hair. Usually I wear a hat. My hair is very puffy. I have very puffy hair. So I like to wear a hat. It just looks better with a hat, my hair, because you can't see it. We have a Cozy Earth hoodie. Now this brand, I had to look this up, even though this brand used to be super good for everything. When we were in Utah a couple months ago, we went to one thrift and it had like 50 pairs of Cozy Earth sweatpants, because I think maybe that's like where their factory is or something, or where they're based out of. And I thought I hit the jackpot. I thought I was going to be a thousandaire, but the sweatpants suck. I guess they just dumped them all in the thrift stores. Everyone listed them. Nobody wants them. So the sweatpants suck. The hoodies, I looked up, the hoodies are still good. Should be like 35 bucks, 40 bucks maybe. Pair of Rourke pants. These ones are camo. I think these ones are called like the Traveler or something. The tag is not in there. They've got kind of a perforated back here. But I paid only, they did not have the price tag on them, so I asked the lady, and she charged me $3.99. I don't know where she put the tag, but they were oh, here it is. $3.99, 20% off of $3.99. I think those are like a $30, $40 pair of pants. Paid way too much on these ones as a gamble. They are Adriano Goldschmied jeans, but they're selvage. They're really nice, like kind of raw denim, button fly. They are the Dylan. I don't know. I paid 20% off of $17.99, so like 15 bucks. Hopefully they'll sell for like 40. We've got a vintage Y2K Quicksilver thermal shirt. That'll sell great for like 20, 25 bucks in the coming months. Oh, sorry, you can see up my undies here. Here's a good one. The company is called Turnbull and Asser. I've sold it a couple times just on like basic button-ups. But this one is a cashmere wool cardigan sweater vest. So I'm thinking like 100 bucks, maybe 75 bucks. Paid 20% off of $7. Got that at the Goodwill in Sedona, which was the worst Goodwill we went to. I think all of this came from the Goodwill in Sedona that I just showed you. Sedona is terribly overrated. Here's a Taylor Stitch shirt. It's kind of a chambray, maybe salt and pepper type shirt. I got a ton of Taylor Stitch here in Arizona along the way. We have a Faherty thermal shirt, and this is all like pretty reasonably priced. This was 20% off of $7. Faherty thermal, 20% off of $7. Another Taylor Stitch. This is just a little Henley shirt. 20% off of $7. There's just a lot of that out here. Hopefully it's still worth grabbing. 20% off of $6, a cool shirt. Super basic. It's like a $15 thing, maybe even a $10 thing. This one feels like linen. Might not be though. Yeah, it's a linen cool shirt. Same price. Same type of thing. Maybe that one would be 20 bucks. Another Taylor Stitch shirt. This one's really nice. Super dark, like I think indigo dyed. I think the Taylor Stitch shirts probably be like 40 bucks. This one was a gamble. It's a vintage Nike Y2K California, Southern California University or whatever the hell. What's the team? Center swoosh. It's kind of like a soccer jersey, so I'm going to probably put soccer. 20% off of 12, so that's why it's a gamble. If it was like $6, I'd definitely buy that. 20% off of 8. Girlfriend found these Lululemon shorts. I've never seen these ones before. They're pretty interesting. They've got kind of a grid stop cargo pocket. Not rip stop, grid stop. Look it up. Ask Dusty Old Hat. This was the find of the whole trip. For $7, it is a chore coat. Kind of like a woven material. It's got the old school like donut buttons on it. I posted it on Instagram, so a bunch of people have already seen it, but it's a double RL. This one is the limited edition. Can you see this? Super cool. Size XL. I'm probably just going to throw it up for like 400 bucks. Maybe 450. I mean, I'd probably take 300, but probably take 250 if it's 6 months later, but you know, you got to throw it up for a good price. Okay, we've got a Gramici shirt, 20% off of $9.99. Not that great. We have a Polo Ralph Lauren loop collar camp. What's this one made out of? It's 100% cotton, but it's very nice. Probably a $35 shirt. Because it's the loop collar camp. We have a Lululemon. Most of their Lulu stuff is priced at like $20 to $30 here, but they never catch the button-up shirts. So the majority of Lulu stuff I got is, like I think this one is called the Airing Easy shirt. It's probably like a $35 thing. We have an American Giant shirt. I've never sold their button-up shirts, but I grabbed it because it was 20% off of 7. American Giant. Probably like a $30 thing. Their hoodies are still like 45 bucks. All right, what do we got here? This one is a Keurig. They did something weird to the tag on this one. I don't understand what's happening here. But I've sold this brand, Keurig and Dawn or whatever. You see that right there? It looks like they re-sewed the tag back on. But I've sold that brand of sweater for like 40, 50 bucks, maybe more. This is a nice cable knit. I think it's Irish wool. Made in Ireland. If it's made in Scotland, if it's made in Ireland, probably want to just grab it. Here's a Polo Ralph Lauren. Kind of like a cotton trench coat type thing. It's got the vent on the back. Very nice. Vintage tag. Polo Golf Ralph Lauren. Very nice. Nobody would ever play golf in that, but I'll list that for like 75 bucks. Excuse me, for $5. A pair of vintage Wrangler jeans, women's, made in USA, with a long inseam, 36 inches. That's what you want for the cowboy jeans and the cowgirl jeans. Long inseam. Girlfriend found this one's pretty. She found those as well. She found this one too. It's interesting. It's an 80s. It could be a late 70s tag as well, but I think it's 80s. It's a vintage Levi's denim blazer with a corduroy collar and like little corduroy pocket details. It's women's. It's nothing crazy. It's just cool. So I grabbed it, and it was only I think $4. Yeah, that's bag number 1. More Taylor Stitch, 20% off of $5. Nice heavy cotton shirt. Vintage Y2K Oakley thermal. with the sleeve hit. Pretty cool, probably 25 bucks, maybe 30 because it's Oakley. This one I really liked. It's a vintage made in USA Penn State crew neck with the paw prints all over it. I quite like that. I think that'll do well. That was 20% off of $7. This one's great because I love LL Bean, but I just noticed there's a hole on it. Pretty big hole on the shoulder. We got a 90s LL Bean. Here's your tag. And I'd go ahead and call that Fair Isle for the pattern. But it's a very, very nice sweater. It's wool. Here's another. I don't really find cool vintage t-shirts like band stuff, but I do find really mid stuff like this that I just enjoy looking at. Here's a 20% off of $5 Monterey Bay aquarium shirt, single stitch and all that. I just like the fish. I like that type of art. Here for 20% off of $22, we have a Polo Ralph Lauren bi-swing jacket. It's got like a nice flannel lining with the chin strap. These sell pretty fast for around $50 for me. We have some True Work shorts. Really good brand. I don't really know what to go for at the second. Let me just look it up real quick. True Work shorts. Oh, did I spell it right? It's spelled Truewerk. I learned this brand from Dusty Old Hat, who might make a reappearance to YouTube soon. You got to put quotes around shorts. Because if you don't put quotes around shorts, it pulls up short sleeve shirts. There's 25 listed, 110 sold. Ended recently. Yeah, these are going to sell for between $40 and $60. That's the logo you're looking for. True Work. They just make stretchy shorts for working. Here's another pair of those. They were both 20% off of $9. My tummy's making some noises. Here's a pair of Taylor Stitch, kind of woven joggers, sweatpants. I've sold these before. I don't remember the style name for them. 20% off of $18 though. But I've sold them before for around $80. So, but I think that was over a year ago. We'll see. This brand is really, really good. Here's the tag. It's called First Light. They make stuff out of merino. I think it's outdoorsy hunting apparel. They're just kind of stretchy merino blend hunting pants. They're not in the best condition, but I think still they'll be like $60. Here's a pair of Flecktarn German military pants. They don't sell for a lot. It's really, you can find it all over the place, but I just really like it. It's one of my favorite camo patterns. The German camo is some of the coolest, in my opinion. Let's see what else we got here. Got a pair of Tiger Stripe, modern, just cargo pants. Nothing crazy. They were 20% off of $7. All right. And the prices are pretty good. As long as you get out of the big city, you can find some good prices. But like I said, Lululemon stuff, sometimes like Chaps, Ralph Lauren, things that they think are nice, or they'll just price crazy high for no reason. These are some really cool vintage Wranglers. Look at the color on these. Now, they hemmed them and did a bad job, so part of it's coming undone. I might just completely unhem them, have them have a raw hem. You could tell based on the width of this that this was one of their 70s or 80s tags because it's more blocky rather than long and slender. It's also got it doesn't have a talon zip. It's a boot zip, so it's probably 80s. But they're like a boot cut, really nice green corduroy. And they were made in USA. But I love them. So I had to get them. We have they missed this Lululemon as well. The Lululemon fleece. It's kind of like a better sweater. It's very nice. Lululemon uses this zipper a lot now for their outerwear. Like it won't be branded Lululemon. But you can always, check the pockets and you will find a size dot somewhere. There. See, it's the square one, the newer one. So I don't know the style on this. I'll have to look it up later. I'm sure it's good for 20% off of $13. What else we got here? This is a Tracksmith hoodie. Tracksmith's a real good brand. Their hoodies sell for like $60, but this one has some company like embroidery on it. So it won't be nearly as good, but I just wanted to get it because, this is the logo you're looking for. Not to be confused with the Runnin' Rabbit brand. It'll also have some stuff like this. Here is the tag on the interior. Sometimes you'll just see this flag on something, and it's pretty much always good. They make a lot of stuff out of merino wool. Haven't found it in a while, so that's kind of why I grabbed this, even though it has corporate embroidery on it. Another cool shirt, 20% off of $4. Girlfriend liked this shirt. It just says Free Bird, so she's going to get that for herself. This is kind of a tennis sweater, kind of a cricket sweater. So I got it. It's vintage Lacoste. It's older because it's made out of Orlon acrylic. I think potentially 70s because of the use of Orlon. It's Izod Lacoste. And it's one of those kind of deep V sweaters. Now, if you find one that has like a really ornate collar, like super thick with, cable knit, wool, those will go for a lot, but that one's pretty plain, so it probably won't go for a lot. But I just kind of wanted to get it because I'm on vacation. We have a Big Mac, vintage made in USA, denim trucker jacket. Not very old, so not that great. These I liked. I don't really buy 527s anymore, but there was a fly on my foot. I thought it was a spider. These are from 2008, so we'll call them Y2K. They were 20% off at $10, but they are a corduroy, a light blue corduroy, which I've never seen before, in a bootcut Levi's. There's a stain on the butt. It's a scratch-off stain. My friend who does like vintage markets said that he grabs 527s and they just fly off the rack for him. They don't do that on eBay anymore for the denim ones, but I guess they sell in person well. But for these ones, will sell well because they're corduroy. They're a kind of a unique blue color. Here's a 90s Super Bowl crew neck. What teams we got? The Steelers and the Cowboys from 1996. These don't do that great, but I like grabbing kind of all the vintage stuff when I'm on vacation. It's just kind of fun. These are kind of a sneaky one. I've sold these for like $35-$40 before. They are, you got to use the keyword tactical. I also use the keyword fishing. They're ripstop Under Armour pants. They're convertible. Yeah. They're nothing really special. I don't know why I'm coming over here to show you the logo because you know what the logo is. That's it. Nothing crazy. But those will sell well for me, as they always have. Here's one. I'm doing a lot of walking over here. Scully. They make Western apparel, kind of frontier, old-looking stuff. Pioneer type clothing. It's good. It's similar to Wallmaker. Here's a souvenir type sweatshirt that I got. I had a really cool Sedona crew neck like 4 years ago, and I sold it. I always do that. And I saw a picture of myself, and I was like, man, that's such a cool vintage crew neck. Why did I sell it? So I got this one, even though this one's not nearly as cool. It's like a 90s made in USA. Hanes. But, you got to get the souvenirs while you're out on vacation. Another Taylor Stitch shirt, 20% off of $7. Okay, just a basic LL Bean hoodie, the big logo. That's why I got it for 20% off of $7. Oh, really nice tailor stitch hoodie. Super heavy cotton. 20% off of $9. There's a lot of tailor stitch here. This is all spread across all the thrift stores we went to. And I think it's like terry, yeah. Super heavy cotton. Super nice. They make good stuff. Girlfriend got this. It was only $2 or we wouldn't have got it. But there are hats on this tag. We couldn't figure out what freaking team this is. I was thinking maybe it's like a minor league or something. Is there any hat guys? There are hats on this tag that a lot of them that sell it for over $100. Like if you find one of the a team that's recognizable. We couldn't figure out what team that was. I did the Google Lens and all that. But it's old, it's wool. It was $2, so she got it. She likes to do the hats. We've got some Polo Ralph Lauren cargo shorts, 20% off of $9. These ones are pretty nice. They're super heavy cotton, vintage. This brand is always a gamble. Here's the logo. I don't know why. I could easily just look it up, but my internet on my phone doesn't work that great out here sometimes. $7, 20% off of $7. It's Topo Designs. It's always a gamble. It always sells, but sometimes it sells great. Sometimes it sells for like $15. Here's more. These are Polo Jeans Co. Ralph Lauren. They're a rip stop cargo short. What else we got? Oh, we got more tiger stripe. I wish it was good tiger stripe, but I don't know. That'll happen to me at some point in my life. But for now, we're just buying Rothco tiger stripe cargo shorts for 20% off $8. We got some nice black made in USA 505s. This is my probably second favorite find. You got to be looking for the black Levi's right now. Black 501s are crazy good. Black 517s are crazy good. Black 505s are good. 20% off of $20 for these. I'll probably price them for like $75 because they're black and an excellent size as well. 1994. I sold a black 80s trucker for $250 on Instagram the other week. Because it was black. If you find a blue 80s trucker, Type 3, the thing's like $60. Find a black one, it's at least $250. And a good size, good condition. We have a pair of Talon Zip, probably 80s, based on the feel of them. Stay pressed, 517 boot cuts. Is there a tag? Yeah, there is. 1981. The ones that are made in the early 70s feel completely different. The ones in the 80s, late 70s feel like super kind of scratchy polyester. The early 70s ones are great. This might gross you out, but this is a pair of underwear I bought that I'm going to wear. They are used underwear. I'm going to use my laundry sanitizer on them. They're that brand that I showed you earlier. Because I was like, I don't think I can get away with selling used underwear on eBay. But these would probably do well. They're made out of merino wool. Because I wanted to try merino wool underwear. Because I wear only exclusively merino wool socks in the summer and the winter. They're good for all temperatures. But I didn't want to pay like $30 for one pair of underwear. So here's another one of those. I'll give them a nice soak. It'll be a scrub. But they're going to just make, because, you know, I usually have stinky feet, like back when I wore cotton socks, when I wore polyester socks, nylon socks, all the different types of socks, right? You wear merino wool socks, your feet will never stink again. And they won't sweat. We went hiking yesterday, 4 miles, little hike, but it was 90 degrees out, wore merino wool socks. Feet did not stink. Feet were dry as a bone in big hiking boots. Faraday, just a nice little flannel shirt. So I highly recommend merino wool socks. Here's that brand again, that really good one. First Light. Here's a shirt from them. I had another thing from them. Oh, here. These are more like kind of underwear, but these I am going to sell. I'm going to call them tights. I'm going to call them long johns. They're just long underwear. But this camo pattern is called ASAT, and it is a huge bolo. I've sold a shirt from them, just a button-up shirt that was ASAT, just a random brand, for like $75, something like that. But if you find a jacket, pants, anything that is this camo pattern, ASAT, huge bolo, ASAT. It kind of looks like barbed wire. It doesn't matter what brand it is. If it has this pattern, grab it. Don't look up the brand, just grab it. It's good. Here is some vintage Alf. This is cool. They stopped doing Alf. They changed their name to Cool in the mid-90s. So anything that says Alf is from the early 90s. This was $5. It's just a nice little fleece vest, men's XL. And I'm currently wearing one right now. See that logo? Can you see that? You're looking for that. See how it looks like Cool, but it says Alf? It's a company from Utah. Yeah. I like when it was called Alf better. Maybe they got sued or something. We've got 3 pairs of Cool pants, women's. They were all $4. I looked up the style before I bought them because they're women's. If they were men's, I would have just grabbed them. But they were over 100% sell-through rate. YouTuber math. But good sell-through rate. They'll sell for like $25. Here's a really nice, another like, looks like indigo dyed item. This is just Faraday. Just a stretchy shirt. I grab most of the Faraday if it's, reasonably priced. Like this is 20% off of $9. When it goes over $10, I'm not grabbing it anymore. Girlfriend found an Aviator Nation Las Vegas tote for 20% off of $350. Is it real? Is it not real? I don't know. There's no tag in it. We're probably just going to give it to my mom for Christmas because she loves Aviator Nation. I gave her some pants that I thrifted for her birthday. Some sweatpants, and she loved them. Because she came here, she visited, and she was like, how do you find... We went to the thrift store, and I was like, oh, yeah, I found Aviator Nation here a bunch of times, and she did not believe me. So then right when she left, I found some Aviator Nation sweatpants, and I gave them to her. We have some old Wrangler jeans. This is an old tag because it's going to be probably at least 80s because this is that brown hue. And it's on a Talon zip. I'm not sure when they started doing a horse on the zipper? I'm thinking late 80s, early 90s. And these ones I think are a boot cut. Oh no, sorry, these aren't Wrangler, they're Shepler. Weird, doesn't that look like a Wrangler tag? I don't even think I looked at the back when I grabbed them. So I don't know if I meant to buy Shepler, but they are boot cut. Probably at least 80s Western jeans, so they'll probably be fine. Thought they were Wrangler. I should probably look at things closer. We have a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt. I just like this one. I don't think this is going to be a great one. I like the pattern. I like the feel of the cotton. I like the flat pockets. I'm going to list it for like $30 and see what happens. We're almost done. Here's another one of those First Light merino shirts. I think these, I showed you one a minute ago. I think these are going to be like $50. Here is, oh cool, I found another pair of USA 501s. I don't know why I'm coming over here. You could just guess what they look like. Some USA 501s for 20% off of $25. They price pretty much all the Levi's at $25 at one of the thrift stores here, which I like because I'll pay 20% off of $25 for some USA 501s. Ow, shit. I'll pay that all day and all night, especially for some gray ones or some black ones. If those were black, I'd price them over $100 now. I'm telling you, wait for this winter, the black ones. If you go look in your store and you're a guy who just buys the USA Levi's, you buy them all and you price them for like $60 or whatever, you'll notice you don't have any black USA 501s in there. They're all gone. because they all got bought by people sniping you. This is Splinter camo. Pretty sure it's another German camo. Maybe it's like Swedish or something. The company's Miltech. It's nothing. It's like a civilian. They make military style stuff. But the pattern is what's good for these. They're Splinter. I'm pretty sure it's called Splinter camo. And I think like $50, maybe 40. And then last, but, oh no, we have a couple other things. We have some cool shorts. I think these were like $3 at a small thrift. This one was either stupid or stupid. 20% off of $17. It's got what looks to me like a legit, I'm pretty sure this tag is late 80s, early 90s, the gray Made in USA tag. But it's sewn onto a US Pro Sports thing. I'm feeling like this is like a late 80s. And then this says swoosh Nike, which is weird. So that kind of seems fake. So the fact that it says swoosh Nike makes me think fake. But I have found like Nike stuff for events that was a Nike tag put onto another garment. Like for marathons and stuff, you can find Hanes shirts that have Nike put all over them. So I was thinking maybe this was like a tennis event in like the late 80s. Because this is the, is this a Challenge Court logo? The Challenge Court logo is like a circular ball with like flames coming off it. But a lot of people keyword this Challenge Court, which I would probably do as well. Oh shit, I thought I felt a bug on me. It's on a weird zipper. Norco. On a Norco zipper. I don't know. It's probably fake now that I'm looking at it. And the fact that it says swoosh Nike, I was thinking like, oh, maybe this is like a rare like event, some sort of tennis event where they gave out jackets. Because I have seen vintage Nike stuff that has those tags, but that one does not seem very legit or cool to me. And I'll get my money back. But we have another vintage Nike Y2K Center swoosh Stanford University with some grease stains, which will come out nicely with some Dawn dish soap. But it's Stanford, good school, 20% off of $9 on a Y2K Nike team tag. It's a crew neck. College crew necks sell great, and this one's Nike. So I'll probably price that for like at least $50. And then here we go, last, but not that bad. Better than that fake Nike jacket I just showed you. For $5, 20% off of $5, the company is called it's called Save Khaki United. And I looked it up, the sell-through rate was good. The t-shirts sell for like $25 to $30 just for a plain t-shirt. So cool? Not cool? I also bought 10 lottery tickets, hoping to win $1 billion today. If I win $1 billion, I'll let you know. I could pay off my mortgage on this mansion if I win. Here's some of my friends. Up there we got Ham. And thank you for watching. Okay.